The number one team in the country made some history on Saturday night as McEachern won its first ever state title in boys basketball, taking down the defending 7A Georgia State champs Meadow Creek 62-54. Five-star point guard Sharif Cooper scored a team-high 20 despite having to sit out a large chunk of the second half because of foul trouble. 2019 Auburn signee Isaac Okoro had 16 and three-star Allen Breed had 15. The Indians are the first team to go undefeated in Georgia's highest classification since 1995, and head coach Mike Thompson announced after the victory they're going to New York to ball in the Geico Nationals in early April. The Geico National teams will be announced early this week, and expect to see number 2 Lumiere, number 3 Montverde Academy, and number 4 IMG Academy as some of the notable squads to be invited in the 18th field. Sierra Canyon moved up one spot in this week's Excellent 25 after winning its second consecutive CIF Open Division State Championship. They were ahead from the opening tip against Sheldon and cruised to a one-sided 24-point dub to finish the season 32-3. KJ Martin had a big-time game, finishing the night with 23 and 12 rebounds. Cassius Stanley scored 20, and freshman sensation Amari Bailey had a couple of electrifying dunks, showing why he's one of the best from the class of 2022. Rainey moved up a few spots this week from 13 to 10 after beating the defending New Jersey Tournament of Champions winner Roselle Catholic 56-50 to win its first non-public B title. Scotty Lewis and Brian Antoine earned a first-round bye and don't play again until Friday in the semifinals of the Tournament of Champions. DMV power DeMatha Catholic went from 15 to 12 after winning the Alhambra Catholic Invitational with wins over St. Francis Academy, St. John's, and Paul VI, and also won the Maryland Private School State title last week. Another big mover in this week's top 25 was South Central, who jumped up 6 spots to number 16 after a 34-point quarterfinal win over Wakefield, followed by a 20-point semifinal dub against Millbrook. Up next for the Falcons is West Charlotte in the 4A State Championship on March 16th. The only new team to this week's rankings is Southwest Guilford, who checks in at number 19 after beating the two-time defending state champs Cox Mill by 30 in the semifinals. Jaden Turner had a monster night. He had a stretch in the second quarter where he scored 17 of the team's 19 points and finished the game with a game-high 29. It was the first loss for Cox Mill against a North Carolina opponent since December of 2017, and the Cowboys are now one win away from finishing the season a perfect 32-0. They take on Walter M. Williams in the 3A state title game on Saturday. Duncanville moved up a spot after winning its 4th state title in school history and first since 2007 after beating Klein Forest in the UIL Texas 6A championship. 2019 Texas Tech signee Jamias Ramsey hit the go-ahead bucket with just over a minute left to help lead to a 73-69 dub. He finished with 19, and 4-star 2020 forward Micah Peavy had a team-high 22 and 13 rebounds. Ramsey and Peavy combined to score 75 in their semifinal win over North Shore and state title game victory over Klein Forest. Before we end the top 25 show, let's check out the next 5 group. Mansfield Timberview checks in at 26 after winning its 2nd state title over the last 3 years. Legacy Early College is up next at 27. 5-star Arizona signee Nico Mannion and Pinnacle are sitting at number 28 after they won its 2nd straight 6A state title a couple of weeks ago. And the final 2 teams are Scotlandville and Abington at 29 and 30.